Hello everyone, this is Crota coming at you, giving you game 2 in the series Th000 versus Focus here on Twisted Meadows. A little bit of a break between both of these games. I'm pretty sure the series is tied at 1 game apiece. I'll do a little bit of a double check in just a moment. Maybe the observers will actually tell me what the score is, and we'll talk about this game as it does get underway. Focus spawning as the blue orc player over here on the top left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, we do have Th000 spawning as the orange human player. So orange human versus blue orc here on Twisted Meadows. A map that both of these players are probably very, very familiar with. Th000 opting to speed build this Altar of Kings. Most likely will be going for that Archmage. And did he really just call to arms militia for his peasant, move it around the corner, tell him to return to work just to get there a little bit faster? He in fact did. Alright, we'll see what's going to be happening now. We are going to see a barracks now being placed down. Altar of Storms is now completed, and there you go. It is going to be a Blade Master. So Blade Master versus Archmage. Not too big of a surprise here on Twisted Meadows. Both of these players very, very well known. Th000, a very, very strong, I believe he's a Chinese player. Focus, I'm not really quite sure his country of origin. And we're going to see apparently a lot of pinging on the map, which is rather annoying. So we'll see what's going to happen in this series so far. And what's going to go down in this game. We are going into a scout tower already, so we should be getting an arcane tower up. Militia now making its way over. Will be joining alongside that archmage and some water elementals to do a little bit of creeping. And the timing on this and the location on this is absolutely perfect for Th000. Th000 should be able to get and start taking down this rock golem rather quickly. There's an ensnare on a militia exactly where he wants it to be, so that militia doesn't take too much damage. And now a little bit of a stutter steps there, but the water elemental did end up getting the ensnare. That means he is not going to get focused fired. The rock golem is about to fall. Down it goes. Tome of Strength alongside rune bracers. Not very good items for the archmage in an orc versus human matchup, as there isn't very much magic damage whatsoever. No death coils, no nuking. So perhaps the archmage not going to be all too happy with those items, perhaps hoping for a robe of magi and a tome of experience instead. Alright, it looks as though the first troll trapper will get taken down, but not before leaving an ensnare on that one poor footman. Back off over here. We are going to see that Blade Master go after that Gnoll Overseer. Overseer will go down. We should see the shop very nearby. There you go. Sell the Squirrel Town portal. Pick up some items. Healing salve, and then wind walk your way across the map, most likely. Perhaps even picking up a circlet of nobility. Meanwhile, Archmage is just creeping as well. Level 2 on the water on the Archmage. Level 1 on the Blade Master. Blade Master could get to level 2 here after clearing out this creep camp. This is another 5-3-3 creep camp, as the footman is now simply trying to run back. There's a disruption on the healing there, as the water elemental may be able to disrupt a little bit more. A water elemental doing a lot of damage and then dissipating after the timed life. Perfect use by Th000, making sure to get some damage while it can. We'll see what will be happening next. Archmage still wandering around. Those rune bracers really not that useful. We are going into a keep now by Th000. So Th000 getting up that keep. Boots of Speed has been purchased by Focus. Archmage should be looking for those Boots of Speed as well. Instead, going after the Peon, but this is going to open the Archmage up to take a little bit of damage here. This is not going to be good news. In comes the Blade Master. Blade Master getting some easy shots onto the back of a footman, as the Archmage now needs to pick up Boots of Speed of his own. Otherwise, the Blade Master will be hunting him down all throughout this game. There is the Dust of Appearance and the Boots of Speed. Blade Master still running around. Blade Master trying to get some damage onto a footman. A lot of low hit point footmen, as the footmen are splitting apart. Blade Master, where is it gonna go? As the Blade Master is having a very difficult time hunting these footmen, which are running every which way away from this Blade Master. Footman, this one poor footman, he may accidentally reveal himself. We'll see what's gonna happen next. He now needs to return home, as the Blade Master looks to finally clear out another 5-3-3 creep camp and get to level 2. Alright, Archmage is going to be grabbing some footmen here. There is a Grunt nearby. The Grunt is going to keep track of this. This is really, really bad timing. The Grunt now getting some damage and dealing some damage as well. Blademaster, what item did he get? Focus picking up what item was left behind? No, the Null Overseer was not killed. So the Null Overseer wasn't killed, and now you see that the Blademaster, getting a little bit stuttered step there. Is the footman going to be able to escape? I don't believe so. One shot, two more shots should do it, or maybe even one. There's one final shot now coming in. Down goes that footman. Now we are going into an arcane vault. We'll see if any sorcerers are going to be trained, and sorceresses are going to be trained in just a moment. As we now see water elementals battling up against footmen and grunts. Water elementals and footmen battling up against grunts. Where is that Blademaster? Blademaster now hunting down and getting even more peasant kills. And so far, Focus is doing a great job, but in comes the pressure. Beastmaster now coming in. Archmage now attempting to drop a water elemental. Should be able to take down that Spirit Lodge with little to no problem whatsoever. Footman just tanking a lot of damage. Triple water elementals, but that's the most you're going to see for quite a while now, as they quickly get taken down to 2. Footman now going after the Orc Burrows, as now we should be getting some Quill Beasts. Quill Beasts are now joining on the fight. The Quill Beasts do have very, very high DPS. Footmen are battling it back. Quill Beast going after a Grunt. Grunt is now low hit point. Peons now desperately trying to repair. We are going into an Arcane Sanctum as the Grunt now down to 88 hit points trying to get away. Shadowhunter is in play. Footman may get taken down. Is it going to be able to run away? Yes, it looks like it will be able to do exactly that, as another Footman does get taken down by another Orc Burrow. So Peons all just trying to desperately repair. Beastmaster now getting away after summoning another Quill Beast, but not getting damage onto the Spirit Lodge, just forcing a lot of repairing onto this Orc Burrow, and I believe that is going to be a lot of gold loss, constantly trying to burrow or repair it, as we now see that the Beastmaster was taken down at level 1. Shadowhunter getting a little bit of experience, Blademaster getting a experience as well, and now the Archmage needs to get away. Not quite sure why he's standing still. Beastmaster is being resurrected the old-fashioned way here, as we are now going into sorceresses. Alright, Spirit Walkers are being trained. I once again question the strategy of Th000 for not taking down the Spirit Lodge. Taking down the Spirit Lodge would have been very, very effective, and as it would have delayed the Spirit Walkers and then delayed the Spirit Link and the Disenchant. Archmage now looking to get to level 3, should be able to do so here. Gonna take down a couple Null Brutes and perhaps, a Null Brute there. There you go, level 3. Almost on the money. The Sorceress now joining in, as we now see a healing scroll being used, and perhaps going to pick up some arcane towers. So, scout towers. So Blademaster unable to really do anything here, making his way out. Blademaster, what item was sold? Potion, Clarity Potion. More towers now being added. Blademaster now gonna have to deal with what I believe to be a tower rush. One peasant in militia form already taken down. Another one going to get taken down. The Archmage is going to get there a little bit late. The peasants are actually going to get there faster, and they're going to be needed to set up some towers. You can see that the Shadowhunter is almost at level 2. He does have a speed scroll to try to counteract that slow. It will counteract the slow in terms of movement speed, but not in terms of attack speed. We can now see one peasant has gone down. Level 2 now on the Shadowhunter. Things are looking very, very good for Focus. Hero advantage taking down another sorceress there. The sorceresses have not been able to really deal the necessary damage, as you now see a Hex Sorceress. Is it going to be enough? The Hex Sorceress does get taken down once more, and it looks as though Focus is going to take this small battle here, but will it be enough to finish off the game? Grunts now pulling back. Beastmaster now continuing the chase. Shadowhunter, Blademaster still dealing it out once more. Sorceress still running around in circles. There's a Dust of Appearance. Perhaps a slow could be cast manually. No, not enough mana in order to cast it, as we are now going to have those units make their way off to the north. Nope, going to go ahead and take down that Voodoo Lounge first. So the Voodoo Lounge taking a bit of damage, as we now see the Quill Beast now taking a lot of damage. I believe Focus has the larger army, and there's a slow once again cast onto that Blademaster Jubei. Jubei taking a little bit of damage there, as we now see guard towers being established very, very far away. This is a rather curious location for it, but it is going to force a battle. Peons are not going to be brought over, so there's not going to be that much Spirit Link. Potions of Healing now being picked up. by Focus. So Focus is healing up his units. And now how much damage is going to be dealt? It looks as though one grunt may get taken down. Yes, it does get taken down. Sorceresses are still running around in circles. And that Blade Master unable to get away so far to chase after these units. This is not looking good at all. Alright, we'll see what's going to happen next. We do see one Spirit Walker getting taken down. We can also see the Shadow Hunter coming in as well. Blade Master still giving a little bit of chase. The Sorceress now attempting to pull away. There's a Dust of Appearance once again just revealing the Blade Master. The Blade Master, however, has not wind walked as of yet, as the Sorceress still running away. A new slow could be coming in. Oh, a nice little hiccup there. This Sorceress could turn around. No, does not cast slow, as we are still battling it up. All the Scout Towers have been destroyed. Still a lot of slow has been cast. Archmage and Beastmaster still battling up with the Beastmaster sitting at level 1. Meanwhile, the Shadow Hunter almost at level 3. Speed Scroll once again repurchased. And it could be, yes, a forcing of a Scroll of Town Portal here. Beastmaster now teleporting away alongside that Archmage. All the units are returning back home. But that fight did not go well for Th000 at all. Sitting at 34 over 42 food. 40 over 50 food here. One Spirit Walker is sitting in the back. It looks as though the Blade Master going to do a little bit more creeping. Level 3 on the Shadow Hunter, most likely. Level 4 on the Blade Master, most likely. Blade Master, has taken a lot of damage. Down to 61 hit points. This could be a bit of an issue. Now using a healing salve, healing back up. As, what is that grunt doing? Attacking his own Shadow Hunter. Alright, Potion of Greater Healing, just what the doctor ordered for that Blade Master. That Blade Master will be very difficult to take down, as the Archmage and Beastmaster look to finally perhaps take down and get to level 2 on the Beastmaster, and perhaps eventually level 4 on this Archmage. Archmage a little bit far away from level 4 at this time. Still no Arcane Sentry research. Oh, spoke too soon. Magic Sentry research now being started. So they will be able to reveal that Blade Master. What is going to happen here? This is a lot of casters as we now transition into Spellbreakers. Spellbreakers very effective at dealing with casters, especially those Spirit Walkers, as those Spirit Walkers are unable to attack back and end up getting feedbacked. Archmage now looking to perhaps do a bit of an expansion down over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map. We are going to have some Quill Beast tank some damage, and here we go. Drop in a Water Elemental. The battle is engaging. One Ogre Warrior already down. A second Ogre Warrior going to fall really quickly due to the focus fire from these Sorceresses. I never realized how much damage these Sorceresses really deal. Boots of Speed now on that Beastmaster as well. Nope, double Boots of Speed on that Archmage. I don't believe he walks faster at all, but then again, I could be wrong, as the Troll Trapper does get taken down. Alright, let's go ahead and move off to the north now. Focus is going to take down these Ogre Magi's, and here we go. There's a quick ensnare on some of those units, pulling them away. Focus with those Raiders can easily just start ensnaring those units as they try to run back, not dealing any damage once more. But it looks like also Th000 looking to clear out a very, very high creep camp here at the Goblin Merchant Shop. Picking up a Scroll of Town Portal. Yeah, Th000 buys a Scroll of Town Portal at the Goblin Merchant Shop. And what did he sell? I'm not quite sure what he sold, but he doesn't look like he's buying anything else. Potion of Greater Healing, Spellbreakers. There's an Invisible Hawk now, keeping track of that Blade Master, and the Blade Master now taking a bit of damage. No Storm Bolts or any ways to truly stun it, as now we may see Th000 doing a very, very heavy creeping style, and he may actually get up to level 3 on this Beastmaster and try to even things out. I believe the Shadow Hunter is already at level 4. Blade Master now once again running away. That Hawk, that Invisible Hawk, just constantly annoying that Blade Master, as the Spellbreakers looking to creep out again. Level 3 now on the Beastmaster, level 4 on that Archmage, and we may even get level 5. We are now going into Invisible Summons, and we'll see where these Invisible Summons do go, as we now have an attack here on the Arcane Vault. Back over here, a Peon is going to be setting up a town, or I believe is it a great hall, not a town hall, a great hall now being established. Raiders now coming in, should be able to deal some damage towards this Arcane Sanctum. It may get taken down. That is going to be one of the key production buildings, and the Peon is trying to repair, unable to finish it, as we now see the Blade Master continuing to fight back. The Kodo Beast does chomp up on a Spellbreaker, and I believe that Spellbreaker, ooh, what is this? Another invisible water elemental. Those sorceresses, casting invisibility on water elementals, and perhaps if you get a lot of summons, we may see an old strategy where summons are brought into the base and constantly harass peons. If that is the strategy, that may work out well, but those peons or these water elementals do move very, very slowly. Perhaps a bear would be the better choice, as we now see another invisible summon being cast into the air. Sorceresses have a lot of energy or a lot of mana due to the adept training, as we are now going into a red creep camp. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Spellbreakers stealing that Bloodlust, giving it to a couple of those units. However, giving it accidentally to the Water Elemental, causing the Ballless Magic to come in from the Troll High Priest. Forest Troll Warlord now will get taken down in just a second, as another summon unit now making their way out to the north. What's going to happen here? Level 4 on the Shadow Hunter. Beastmaster is getting close to level 4 as well. About halfway there. Amulet of Spell Shield. So that might be a very good item on the Archmage, in order to absorb a hex or two. That would be very, very nice. Canceling a hex that always confuses players when they do not click on a hero to figure out what spells are cast. Beastmaster now up front. There, down it goes. Tome of Strength, and also Devotion Aura, so +1 armor across all of these units here, giving a little bit more durability, 6% damage reduction. Alright, units are now making their way off to the north again. We are going to perhaps see more Spellbreakers being added to this army. The Spellbreakers are not upgraded, surprisingly, so 0-0 upgraded. And both sides really doing heavy creeping at this stage. We're going to see Ogre Warrior, Ogre Magi. Both of these are going to fall down here in just a moment. Spellbreakers now making their way over. We are going to be having perhaps this creep camp taken out, and if that creep camp is taken out, perhaps giving level 5 to the Archmage and getting level 4 to the Beastmaster, that would really even things up. Water Elemental now coming in here once more, going after these Spirit Walkers. There's a disenchant. Oh wow, massive disenchants from these Spirit Walkers here, accidentally feeding experience to a level 5 Shadow Hunter and now a level 4 Blade Master. That is not good news. We need to get higher levels, and this is not looking good at all. There is a lot of units in this army, though. We are sitting at 66 food versus 60 food, and we are going to be having a battle in just a moment. Quill Beast hiding next to all of these units here, and here we go. Blade Master is nearby. Kodo Beast may get taken down here. What's going to happen? And now there is the Blade Master coming in. There is the slow Blade Master now once again trying to run away. No Hawk for some reason, as we now see Spirit Link now being cast across multiple units. That Shadow Hunter has to be very, very careful. Now using that Speed Scroll in order to get away. There is an invisible Hawk up in the air. Kodo Beast most likely will get focused down rather quickly. Who is coming out on top? Constant heals, constant disenchants, priests as Spellbreakers, and now more damage still being had as the Spirit Walkers trying to run away, taking a lot of feedback damage. The Sorceresses now can finish this one Spirit Walker off very, very easily, down to 1 hit point, and invisibility now cast on the Archmage. Blade Master now once again coming back around. Will the Spellbreaker? There we go. There's a disenchant. There's more healing. Another Water Elemental gets taken down. More slow being recast. The Blade Master does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. There it is finally used, as both sides are still battling out, and there's another healing wave coming in. Shadow Hunter does have a Scroll of Healing. I believe Focus can take this battle, as the Blade Master has plus 31 attack. Oh my goodness. Plus 31 attack. Those critical strikes should be in the 300 to just in the 300 range right now, maybe even in the 400 range if you get that maximum damage in there. Blade Master I haven't seen actually hit with a critical strike yet. There, a 344 critical strike, dealing so much damage. Units are still backing off, as Stowe taking a lot more damage than he really wants to. Still, what's going to be happening here? More and more casters pulling back. Once again, more healing wave, as Shadow Hunter still with the Potion of Greater Healing, And there is the Scroll of Town portal. Will the Beastmaster get taken down? I don't believe so. Able to teleport back, but this is huge. Spirit Walker now attempting to take down this scout tower. The Spirit Walker was saved early at 1 hit point. Natural regeneration for the win there, as we are going to see whether or not Th000 can perhaps get back into this. Focus does have an expansion. He is up on bases. He has the better economy. He also has a larger army, I believe, at this point. 73 supply or food compared to 44. And I believe Focus is going to be taking this game if he can force an engagement. There is no expansion down over here. We are now upgrading to a fortress, getting into tier 3. A beautiful snipe there from the Quill Beast. Did it actually give? Yes, it gave level 5 to the Archmage. That is huge. But it gives, I believe, Big Bad Voodoo to the Shadow Hunter. All right, who has it worse? Big Bad Voodoo, I believe, is going to be very, very difficult. All he has to do is just sit in the back and cast it, and that is going to be the end of the game. Let's see, is the Shadow Hunter going to make his way forward, cast Big Bad Voodoo? Oh, please, how often do you get to see it? And there's the GG, no Big Bad Voodoo, but Focus taking game 3 here, taking a game over Th000, and Th000, I believe, now is down 2-1 in this series. Stay tuned for game 4.